Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. Putting this one up pretty late tonight, Wednesday night, the 13th of September. It's been a long day, but getting home, started flipping through, information, trying to see what was going on throughout the day with the situation in Maui. And I got to admit, I'm kind of disappointed with some of the content creators. Not many, but I was listening to a couple of content creators, and one of them stood out in particular that kind of bothered me. The way they're kind of flipping the script now on their reporting, I should say, on what's going on in Maui. It's almost as if they're trying to, how can I say, they're trying to not soften the mood, but almost as if they're trying to spin it around a bit to make it seem like other content creators are causing confusion, or that they're putting out too much misinformation. And it really bothers me because I really like this content creator. And I'm not trying to bash content creators, because I know that we all get our information from each other, but you know that when one sticks out from all the rest, you know that either they're probably a little too overzealous, which is understandable, but then you have some that just feel like they're the only ones that are coming out with the truth. And this one content creator is pushing that narrative. And that really bothers me, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Whatever information we can get, we put it out, put it together, do what we can, from the small content creators to the big ones. Okay? We're all in this together. Let's just put it that way. But before I continue, I truly want to thank all the subscribers I got since yesterday. I got like 10, 11 more subscribers. And to me, that was, when I got up this morning, I was like, wow, I can't believe I got all those subscribers. It may not seem a lot to a lot of people, but to me, it means a lot. It's like, wow, that really, it really does mean a lot to me. And I just want to thank you all. And especially, it was weird, even on Rumble, I got more subscribers too. I got like another 10. And I'm just, this is all new to me. And I'm really happy that people are liking my content, my videos. I'm getting a lot of people watching my content. And I just want to say thank you all to everybody on YouTube and on Rumble for, deciding to subscribe to my channel and check out my content. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, pass it around, let your friends know. And, together we can all be a voice. But I'm going to play 3 clips from 2 different content creators that I really like and I follow. Okay? And they've been on this whole Maui situation. And I want people to understand where I'm coming from when I play these 3 clips. Okay? And my point of the one certain content creator that I think that I'm confused now with one particular content creator, because I just don't know why they're changing their stance. It just seems too weird to me. Okay? But this first clip is by Cinema Shogun. He's good. Go check him out. Check out his channel. Also, I have a clip from Hustle Bitch. I've mentioned him and his channel a few times. Same thing. Go to his channel. Show him some love. Both of these guys, they're putting the content out themselves. But without further ado, let's check out this first clip, and I'll give my thoughts on it. Here we go.
Food, clothes.
Are you okay, doctor?
Yeah. It's just, you think of the people that were hurt. Yesterday we got a man who went into Lahaina and found his son and his dog dead, 15-year-old.
That's the story I told you where we were giving him food.
And that's the man that just, I can't believe his eyes. And he just came up here and he wanted food, and I rallied around him and everybody came together and hugged him, and we gave him so much food and so many things. we were holding off on getting some stoves out just to keep it here so we can cook for everybody. But we gave that up because we felt that like that would make it better. I don't know. It was so sad. It's so sad for him.
Okay, so the story this man is telling, it was the father and the family that got home, and they found their son in the bedroom of what was left of the house, but what would have been the bedroom. He was laying on top of his dog, and that was one of the first casualties, one of the first children casualties that the media put out. Okay, and for some odd reason, that is the same narrative that they keep going with. Okay, and the reason why I bring that up is because the content creator that I'm talking about, okay, and I'm not trying to piss people off, but you know what? I've seen too many content creators put out a lot of garbage that get a lot of people upset and steer them in the wrong way, and that's wrong. Okay, this is a platform where, you know, people need to be informed. It doesn't matter if you want to inform somebody how to play a video game, or you want to inform somebody about space aliens, or you want to inform somebody about politics, religion. The thing about it is, you know, don't lie. And if you're going to lie, let them know that it's all in fun and games and you just want to make stuff up or whatever the case is. But when it comes to something like this, okay, we don't need anybody, like I said, thinking that because they're the ones that made it out to Hawaii, that what they're saying, okay, is scripture above everybody else and above what everybody else is saying. Okay? Here's a man who was talking about that story about that child. We've heard this story. I did a video on that. Okay? And the truth is, the answer is still not there about where are all the children. Okay? They just won't talk about it. But yet a lot of content creators are like, oh, stop it. Children were not kidnapped. Just stop. And this and that. It's like, okay, you know what? You don't want anybody to believe that? Okay, that's fine. I get that. I totally get that. Even for me, I find it sickening that if that is true, and I mentioned it in one of my videos, I hope that it's not. It will leave the other possibility, which we all know. It's not that we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to think about it because of the horror. But knowing that if there's so many kids missing that none of them have been taken and are still alive, is something that we could all agree upon, that we don't want that. And we hope that's not the case. But at the same time, a lot of these content creators, they'll end it right there and they won't dig in and say, okay, so then what is the possibility? And they're putting out videos as if everything is all, sun and surfing right now in Maui. And it's really bothersome because it's like, where are you getting your information from, as opposed to 50 other content creators that are there and that are getting information sent to them here in the state, on the mainland. And you think that what you're saying should supersede what everybody else is putting out. And I find that to be very bothersome. And it bothers me because it's like, where did you flip your script? So I'm going to show another clip, okay, by the same content creator. And it pertains, to the kids. So here we go.
A woman, and she was, pretty burnt up. Not to the point where she would die, but pretty bad. And I gave her a ride, and something just told me, turn around, go back, grab another one. They was in a lot of pain. Some of them I grab them, and then I feel bad for them. I grab them, and they scream, I do remember that everybody lost their slippers. I'll tell you that. And the ground was super hot. So, and I was in slippers myself, and it was hot from my feet. I saw dead bodies, smoke, burnt people hiding from the fire that were dead.
There was a group of people hiding behind a dumpster. It was their only method to try to hide from the fire.
And they died.
And they died
all
together.
see them.
Is that what you saw?
Yes. That was pretty much what it was. You know, the worst part is the kids.
You
Yeah.
saw children who perished?
No.
Okay. So there you heard that from this man. He used kids, plural. Okay? And yet, the narrative from the powers that be want everybody to think that there was only 115 deaths and one was a child. But yet this man says that he's seen kids. Okay, that's plural. Now I say this because I've noticed a sense of complacency with a lot of the news that's coming out now. Like I said in a couple of my last videos, that the media will talk about it every day, every other day, then every week. They're trying to phase it out. Okay? And it's getting to the point that now the governor is doing all the talking points now, and yet he is still stuck on that number 115. Okay? He keeps saying our heart breaks 115 times. But yet in my last video yesterday, you seen for yourself a girl with tears in her eyes. She looked like she hasn't stopped crying in a month. Saying that the number was at 115, but they just found one of the vendors from her job like the day before that video was made. So that made it what? 116. Excuse me. So now this comes up. Now I don't know the time frame on this. If this was before, a few days ago, it doesn't matter. The fire is only a little over a month old. But this man uses the word kids. That's plural. Okay? Some of the people out there are already trying to turn the script on their content, saying that people need to stop talking about the school buses. No kids were kidnapped. You know, chances are, you know, they perished in the fire. Okay, granted, we get that. But why aren't you saying that? Why aren't you in Hawaii trying to find those answers? Instead, they're out there recording content and looking at everybody who's somber and trying to make these videos as if everybody is grieving quietly and everything's melancholy and everything is slow moving and everything's like, everything's fine, we're going to rebuild. And that's where I have a problem. Because when there's complacency, that's when things like this happen. And the powers that be will lie. And instead of putting out the right information, they just keep lying. Because you'll have certain people, for as much as they want to put out good vibes, I get that. But this is not about putting out good vibes and forgetting about what happened. There is a lot going on in Maui. It's victims, burn victims in the hospital. I could only imagine how many that nobody's talking about. You know? We still haven't really heard from the media on all the other parts of the island to find out how they feel about it. Everything has been focused on Maui, Lahaina. Everything has been focused right there. Nobody's done, from what I've seen, nobody does an interview in Oahu. Okay? Big Island. Okay, some of the other parts. Okay? It's like, you mean to tell me that all these people don't know each other? They're a tight-knit community. And it's getting to the point that I'm looking at some of these content creators, some of the information they're putting out, and I'm like, you're doing a disservice to the people. Now, I'm not here trying to rile things up. Everybody's in shock. But I'm seeing more and more videos coming out of more and more natives being very upset about what's going on. But then, like I said, there's certain content creators that are trying to soften this thing up and making it seem like, oh no, you're just listening to a few over here, and people are trying to rile you up, and this and that. And now there's rumor about, that the governor is blaming Russia and China over disinformation. And if you don't believe me, I'll play the clip right now. Here we go.
You start talking about laser beams and heat rays coming from space that would take out people in Maui. Come on, let's get real.
Governor Green said on HNN Spotlight Now he'll take disinformation concerns to the president.
They used that to sow discontent and doubt, suggesting to our own social media types that there were thousands of children gone, or that we would want that. It's disappointing. The world has to get better.
Newsflash, a lot of us don't trust the government based on our own experiences. We don't need Russia or China to tell us what to think. Quit deflecting and take accountability, fake state of Hawaii. Just to make it clear to Josh Green, the following videos are not misinformation.
All she had to do is make a right turn and she would be safe, but the police would not let her turn right. Nobody was turning right. They turned her back and directed her back towards Lahaina to come north out here. The thing that got her, she took a picture in her rearview mirror. It showed all these cars coming into Lahaina. They were going into a death trap.
A couple times our heart is broken 115 times as of now, which is to say we've had 115 lost family members. In addition to that, you've had different ways to describe how many people are unaccounted for, but I can tell you now that number is almost exactly the same. The FBI will give us an updated number every Friday. They appear to be almost exactly at the number of police reports that have been filed with Maui police. They're right now around 42 individuals that are still unaccounted for, and the Maui Police Department, as of this morning, had 41 missing persons reports. Now, in addition to that, out of the 115 loved ones that we've lost, we've only been able to essentially identify about half of those individuals, 61 out of the 115, leaving 54 individuals that we haven't yet identified. I went to the place where the doctors were trying to identify people, and it's tough in some cases. I mean, that's one of the most terrible things.
Okay. So there you go, people. He won't give up on the narrative. You just seen two clips by Hustle Bitch. One of them was also by Cinema Shogun, with the same gentleman talking about the man who lost his son. Okay, but more and more people are putting out videos, and they're trying to get the word out as best they can. But when you have the governor repeating what he's saying, that number, but yet you have so many people still talking about loved ones that they lost. You mean to tell me that if you rounded up all those people that are claiming to have lost a loved one or loved ones, that it's only those 115 people? And what makes it worse is when you have people going out to Maui saying that they want to help, and then sending content back to the mainland, and are trying to coddle the situation by saying, you guys need to stop talking about this because it's not true, and this is what the natives are saying. And it's just like, well, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Who is it that you're talking to? And then when they record people, it's always in a sense like they want to record people that are very calm about everything, like they're still numb. And it's like you interviewing one or two people that are saying not so much the opposite of what the other people are saying, but just that they're explaining their story on a lower scale, what they've seen, and you're using that as its fact all around, while others are in tears, others are talking about the horrors, others are telling you that they've seen, dead children, not one child, children, plural. And then you're going to sit back and say that, oh, you care about kids. Well, you're doing those kids a disservice, and you're doing the people a disservice. Because what you're trying to do is give everybody a feel-good feeling like everything's going to be fine. And that is fine. That is good. That's a good thing you're doing. But do not stray away from the horror. Because it pisses a lot of people off, like me. I know what it is to lose a loved one. And have the powers that be lie about it. And make it seem like, oh, you know what? No, that wasn't the cause of it. So when you go out there saying you're going to go do a job for the people, then do it. But don't make it seem like, you know what, you're speaking for everybody. Okay? And it's not what we all think. Because you sound like the governor. And the police chief. And the mayor. And all the powers that be over there that are lying to the people. I had to put this video out. And like I said, I'm not trying to get on YouTube's bad side or any content creator's bad side. But the truth of the matter is, listen, man. You've been doing this way longer than me. You got a lot more subscribers. Okay? The least you could do is stick to the truth. Trying to rub somebody's head to make them feel good is different than lying to them to make them feel good, to make anybody feel good. And the truth remains the same, whether people want to believe it or not. There are children missing. There are still people missing. There are school buses missing. And this is not things that people put together like the governor's trying to say that it's Russia or China. No, it's not that. This was actual footage, actual people talking on the ground, the natives, bringing up these questions. Not China, not Russia. Okay? But it just seems like, you know what? Yes, there is disinformation out there and misinformation. But the last thing the people of Maui need is anybody going there trying to coddle them, thinking that they're doing something righteous. But yet you're picking and choosing bits and pieces for your videos and then telling everybody, there you go, people, you heard it here first. You know, this is what's really going on. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to other content creators. I'm telling you, I'm the one that's down here. This is what's going on, as if you speak for everybody. Because you obviously haven't put out any videos with people who are telling their horror stories in depth. And I've been watching closely. Now, I'm not saying you're not looking for the truth, some of you content creators. But don't be like the mainstream media. This is why people come on these platforms. To get away from the mainstream media. To get away from crooked people like this who can't freaking stop lying and using the word 115. I'm sorry, using the number 115. When it's obvious the death toll is way, way higher than that. And yes, children are missing. Whichever way it is that people are thinking, the truth of the matter is they are missing. Okay? Elderly people are missing. Healthy grown-ups are missing. And the numbers are way more than 115. It truly just boils my blood. It's just like, what are you doing, man? So I just wanted to put this video out. I'm sorry to be so upset. Because, like I said, I was truly enjoying watching some of these content creators. And after today, I'm like, I'm very undecided with them. And it's just wrong. It's wrong. Because for a person who was down in Manhattan on 9/11 to listen to the way things were going on in the media and all that, and then to find out when I got back to the neighborhood of people that I knew that was stuck down there, it was like, well, wait a minute, this hit close to home, closer than I thought. Now, I'm not in Hawaii, I'm not in Maui, I haven't spoken to anybody from there. I said in one of my earlier videos a few weeks ago when this all started happening, I know of two friends of mine, but I have not spoken to them in years, so I wouldn't even know how to get in contact with them. To tell you the truth, I believe that they're okay because I am in contact with family and friends of theirs, and I have not heard anything bad, anything bad about them, thank God. But I wish I can get in contact with them to find out. But from everything that I've seen, from Cinema Shogun, like I said, go on his channel, show him some love. From Hustle Bitch, from Hawaii Real Estate, and so many other different content creators, and so many, and even some people that just started putting out channels, they're putting out different videos. It's just too much to look at and absorb just to listen to one or two content creators that, in my opinion, it's almost as if I just hate to say it, but it's almost as if they're following the script now, and that really bothers me. Because these platforms are supposed to be to spread truth, regardless of what you believe in, who you vote for, your sexual orientation, your religious beliefs, political beliefs, it doesn't matter. You should always put out the truth as best you can. But to follow suit and and start sounding like this dude right here, I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. It truly is. It truly is. But I'm True Outlaw Patriot. I hope you like the video. Don't forget to please like, comment, subscribe. Again, I want to thank all my new subscribers here and on Rumble. You can follow me on Rumble also under True Outlaw Patriot. And don't forget, keep praying for the people in Maui. Keep praying for the children. Pray that, for whatever reason, there's a cover-up. Like the way they're putting up that black fencing around Lahaina. That for whatever reason they're putting up, that the truth will come out. God doesn't have to touch everybody's heart that's involved, because he can do the same job by touching the one key person's heart that will shed light on all this. Okay? So let's hope and pray for that, because you know what? I don't know about anybody else, but if we all got to live with that number, 115, I don't know where society's gonna go from there, because that would just be a total smack in the face to humanity. But remember, stay vigilant, keep praying, and keep praying for each other. Peace.